team that no one will want to see in the postseason.
I agree with you. I mean, this is a team that's extremely dangerous. And all they want to do right now at the end of the regular season is continue to keep that momentum going.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center filling out the middle. Now here's LeBron following the miss by Al Horford.
Welcome to another episode of Headset Madness. I'm playing on Superstar mode.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They defeated
This is
Indiana
one of
in
the
their
last games of the season.
Guys, they could have
I will be playing in the playoffs, and I will be winning that fucking title.
It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it
Even though I
on the
lost
road like
my
that.
last game.
They just kept coming at them wave after wave. And they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Damn, y'all gotta sit LeBron down.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. There's the dish to Bazemore. And it's sent back by Irving. Smith kicks to Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for
I gotta call a timeout because fucking
what
LeBron's
was a
fucking
really
injured.
efficient offense for the Hawks.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, you have to love the energy and the effort given every night by Kent Bazemore hustling for loose balls. Greg, a lot like you actually. Runs the floor like a tornado, can handle the ball, the consummate role player.
He really is. And you know, you have to have guys who can be effective without the basketball. Kevin, there's only one out there.
Right.
And you're going to have five guys. So you need other areas of the game to be effective. And he focuses on the defense, the rebounding, all those little things that add up to victories.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. First quarter, just over a minute played. Feeds to Horford. They set the screen. Kicks to Teague. Down low. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Teague.
Switch it.
And, you know, going back to Kent Bazemore, he was not a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Was solid
But you are
and
fucking with the best
unspectacular in
player.
college. Entered the NBA
On
as an
planet
undrafted free
2K.
agent. Exceeded everybody's expectation.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Paul Millsap. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got his first points of the night.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Here's Teague, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And getting back to Kent Bazemore, I mean, he will always have a role in this league because of his defense and his positive attitude. He's the kind of guy who gets counted out early and goes on to have a legitimate 10-year NBA career. And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague kicks to Millsap. That's
Blocks.
tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Shit, I could have grabbed it. I didn't know who hit it.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
By the way,
5 to shoot. Teague.
Everybody's having a good
Here's
Friday.
Horford. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert
My
gets it
Friday's
back.
not as good.
LeBron's checked in for Richard Jefferson.
My son's mother is not letting me see him, so I gotta take him.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
It's still early on in the new basketball season for Atlanta. Here's where they sit in the
And I gotta
NBA
call the
stats.
cops today because
8th in
my
free
son's
throw
not gonna be
percentage.
at
9th in opponent field goal percentage.
his house.
They kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
Yeah, and getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open? Well, I tell you, last season was a big
not-
one for
not
the Hawks
everything can
and
be
Coach
perfect,
Budenholzer. Their dominant season
Not
won
every
multiple
not every
Coach of the
SM
Month
man is
titles
gonna be
And eventually, he won the Coach of the Year award.
Sometimes I talk about my personal
Now
shit,
here's
but
Horford. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
not that
And it's
much.
blocked.
It's usually
Second shot opportunity. That's good.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come
It's
up with it,
usually,
you're guaranteed
game
a
and,
high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
LeBron dishes to Shumpert. Back to James from past the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. It's pretty obvious, I thought, Greg, that Budenholzer was the deserving
man, she
coach
did
of the
some
year.
pretty
I mean,
horrific
Steve
shit,
Kerr,
and,
there are a lot of good names you could put in there. But what
the
he's
judge
done,
won't do
taking the
shit
Hawks
about
to the top of the East, few saw that coming.
I agree with you. I mean, he has transformed this Hawks team over the past couple years, has a wonderful team game. And, you know, obviously a lot of influence coming from Pop when he was with San Antonio, but he is really, I think, redefining how the game of basketball is being played at the pro level.
Here's T, following the basket by LeBron James. .153 left in the first. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And that one's good.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Shumpert. On the wing, James. Mozgov down low, working on Horford.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
To the middle. Bazemore gets the bucket.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Atlanta. The drive by James. Soft touch off the glass. James has got his second bucket tonight.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Teague. Last game he had 12. Horford's it to Bazemore. 11 feet away.
Hawks.
And the rejection by James. Up the floor. Missed inside. The Hawks trail by 3. Shoots from 12. And that one hits back iron.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponent when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Here's Teague. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right
I
there.
like this shit.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Cavaliers lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
You don't want me to spit this. I'll make it disappear in history. Don't give a fuck if you're looking for victory. Cause ain't none of that around me.
And a chance now
Watch
to hear
it.
from Paul Millsap talking
Little
about
3 bars,
the
not me.
confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the
Nah, I
game
don't know what the fuck that was.
has been, you know, we can beat any team in this league. You know, if we were.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean,
Call me
ultimately,
fool.
don't you have to
Hey.
have guys step up and produce in some cases, or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working. So
Right.
same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
It's just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blocker, and it does intimidate them.
They've got Bellinelli. Scott is out there with Humphries. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Cleveland leading by 3. Outside Jefferson.
Let me get
Scott
that.
pulls it in. Hawk shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Second chance shot, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Fuck it up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that.
Hey guys, and there was this
Yeah,
player.
exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a
There
layup.
was this
So
player,
I'd agree with you there, Greg.
I forgot who he played for, right? Then I just looked at him when I was younger. I was like, man, that guy looks annoying as fuck, right? And then I just found out that that guy's girl actually died. She
Humphries hits them
committed
both.
suicide.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a
She
chance
committed
to
fucking
sign
suicide.
with a playoff
Like,
contender.
damn, I knew that guy
The
looked
Wizards turned
annoying
out
as
to
fuck.
be
I wonder
even
what that
more
guy did
than
to that
that,
girl.
with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there,
Come
averaging
on,
about
man.
6.5 boards per game.
The Hawks trailing. Sefolosha misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Mozgov.
Bitch.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
And Bellinelli kicks to Humphries.
Ah, you
Down
caught me.
it
You caught me, 'cause I was
jamming
looking
that
at-
one
I was
home.
looking at the score
Yeah, I
sheet.
love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Thompson, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
That's his 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. His defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Here's Love, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him, Greg, confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump
You don't got no
almost
shot.
everything else. And he just didn't seem
Chris
to have it
Humphries,
last
piece of
season.
shit.
But he has that
That was,
craftiness
Khloe
and
Kardashian's
high-level
ex.
skill set to really
She
bounce
always gotta
back
go
this
for a
year
basketball player.
and
That's
prove
what I
that he's the
watched.
real deal.
5 on the clock, and that one's good. Schroeder.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Thompson, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not
Get
take
your
a
ass
few
out the paint.
chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Bellinelli passes to
Bring your ass.
Scott,
I'm gonna block that shit.
and it's good.
And guys, they continue
Nice
to put a
move.
lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Irving kicks to Smith. Jacks up a 3, and that is good.
Whoops.
Smith's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
And
Clack,
their
clack.
field goal percentage shows that over 60 now. Tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Atlanta making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Humphries, and Paul Millsap subbed in for Scott. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. The feed to Horford. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's called on Channing Frye.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Sefolosha, and it's Teagan for Bellinelli. Clarkson dishes to Mozgov. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
T kicks to Millsap. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. 6 points for Paul Millsap.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Fry passes to Jefferson. 1:37 left now here in the second. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded by Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game. Teagues it to Bazemore. He feeds it to Schroeder. To the left wing. They set the pick. For three.
Oh.
It's rebounded by Cleveland. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
And, Greg, I think this could go either way. I mean, they've had the upper hand most recently, but you play the games because you don't know how it's going to play out.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for Mozgov. LeBron comes in for Jefferson. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Love kicks to Clarkson. Back to Love. Fades. And that one comes up a bit short.
The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Yeah.
T drives in. Cannot hit. Cleveland leading by 6. Launches it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Millsap's got his 5th rebound in this one. Korver dishes to Bazemore. Here's Millsap. And
Son of a
all
bitch.
to run that time before dropping in.
Damn, man.
Millsap's got 8 points.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Here's James. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Cleveland ahead.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
About that last shit. I'm trying to hit the fucking bone.
Hello again, everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Ernie
wish I could
Johnson
have
here,
said.
joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first
Shaq.
quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, fronting, doubling, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3.
Come on.
Tristan Thompson is out there with
Fucking
Kevin
yeah,
Love,
that bitch.
and it's Irving in a point.
Blocks.
What a season for Al Horford last year. Such a
Look. He thought he was scot-free. LeBron said nope.
Great display from him and his team as he led the Hawks to the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And for all the team accomplishments the Hawks had, Horford was able to hit some of his own milestones as well. Had his first career triple-double last season.
So it's Atlanta now. 6-point game. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Teague with a clean look. Sinks the triple. Teague's got 7 points in the game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And now a look at LeBron James here. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. 10th in scoring, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And you made note of it. I mean, his points per game average is unreal right now. Scoring whenever they need him to.
Millsap misses. Cleveland leading by 3.
Take that shit off my screen.
Here's Irving. It's tipped. Now Korver. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Fades back.
Nope.
Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Thompson passes to Smith for the 3. Al
he's
Horford
supposed
with the
to make
rebound.
I think that's
Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. T gets to Korver. Here's Millsap, and he dunks it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Out to Smith. In the corner, Irving with it. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, the Hawks trail by 3. Shooter kicks to Humphries. Pass to Sefolosha. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Humphries dishes to Schroeder. There's the pick.
Blocks.
And the rejection by Love.
He got 0 points.
The Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
How the fuck? Wait a minute, man. How the fuck you gonna get the ball when you got 0.0 seconds left? All right, I'm gonna let you shoot.
Clock violation. Didn't get the shot off in time.
Kidding
it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the 3. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. Kevin Love, 4th.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Atlanta. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And checking out Cleveland, right now, quite a ways down below.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Well, good news, bad news here. I mean, the good news is they have time to make up the ground they've already lost. The bad news is they don't have enough talent to do it.
There's the killer 2-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
from the inbound. It's blocked. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Jefferson kicks to Shumpert. From the corner. No luck.
Come on,
and Atlanta will come the other way.
Mascara.
Bellinelli passes to Schroeder. Picked by Humphries. Right wing. And here's
Somebody left
Cephalosha
him
for
open,
three. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Hawks making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes,
Let me get that shit, nigga. Let me get that shit. Yeah,
He dishes it to Schroeder.
motherfucker.
Picked by Horford.
Come on, motherfucker. Get blocked. Block party. You're invited.
Schroeder kicks to Horford. It's rebounded by Cleveland. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, standing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Mano y mano. Mano y mano.
46 seconds left in the third.
Bitch, you get blocked.
The jump hook.
Give me that.
And it's Horford again missing.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other
cutting,
way.
Frye. There you go.
Upside Jefferson.
Oh, come on. Wrong fucking. Nigga.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Hawks trail by 8. Now here's Schroeder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Scott. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. Now Cleveland moving it up. And stolen by Scott.
Shit, man.
1 second left. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it.
We'll block that shit again.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. And the final period of play just about to start.
Work that. The west side till I die.
The Hawks shooting a pretty low, 34% thus far. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Paul Millsap. The Cavaliers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. It's stolen.
What?
One-on-one fast break.
Block that.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possible. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer.
Thompson sets the pick for James. To the middle. It's stolen by Korver. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Teague with the ball. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Get out the way, man.
Smith dishes to Thompson. It's stolen by Korver. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
Look, you cheated me, man.
Passes it to Horford to take the lead. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
You were cheating.
In a moment,
This game is cheating
some
me,
of the
man.
hustle stats for the Hawks.
I cannot believe this.
Played with a lot
cannot
of
believe
energy,
this.
and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50, 50, 90 season a year ago.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. With the game hanging in the balance, he tried to give his players some added motivation, saying, quote, "This is the time, guys. Right now, be in this moment. Do your job, and we'll get the win." Back to you.
And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Just 4 to shoot. And yes, sir, that one drops. And now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Outside T. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Atlanta again, missing. Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
And that one's good.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, they're getting beat down the floor, and really, unless you're going to the glass, you have got to sprint back defensively.
They're pushing me, man. You're pushing me.
Mozgov against Millsap. Mozgov with the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario, really, for him. Point range and also a size advantage.
Mozgov, what a rush.
Irving against T. Horford with the screen on Irving. And T, here we go. That's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Showtime!
And he gives them the lead with that basket there. That's his trademark, folks, exploding to get to the rim.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Now Cleveland moving it up. Smith kicks to Mozgov. In the corner, it's James.
Oh!
That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Atlanta. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Here's Schroeder. He kicks it to Horford. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter of this one, and the shot is good.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, that's a no-brainer to me.
Irving passes to James. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Yo, that is a shit. Yo, that is a shit. Yo, that is a shit.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 2. 1:22 left in the 4th quarter of this one.
It's going to Shooter, my nigga. It's going to Shooter, my nigga. It's going to Shooter, my nigga.
Atlanta with the ball, trailing by 2. Horford kicks it over to Schroeder.
Oh, you want me
Back to
money,
Horford.
bitch.
This is the basement. Korver passes to Millsap. Outside Korver. On the pass to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Millsap. And another shot. And here is Irving. Love outside.
Oh.
The three.
Oh.
The offensive rebound. Out to Smith.
Bitch, you can't guard me. Oops.
There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's LeBron. It's in.
It's in, motherfucker.
Here's Schroeder.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Something about that.
The dish to Horford. Count it. And he
Damn, I had my defense on that. So, yeah, go ahead,
Somebody got to Al Horford. He's playing with a lot of fire.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Oops, go on, B.
Go
on, B.
To stop the clock. That's the enemy.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a
what happened?
There is the last thing you want to do. The opposite. Okay, so I got the ball. Alright, I'm right here. Alright, so I got the ball. He pushed me over there. What? What? Of smart basketball.
What the fuck just happened?
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Alright. Let's get it.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
What the fuck happened?
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the three. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick two. I think they've got to look for a quality three to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
They want to shake that shit. They want to shake this screen.
So it gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
What? That was the craziest shit I've seen in my whole life.
Timeout called Cleveland.
They're gonna bomb me.
The score is tied at 56.
Watch
7
this.
seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Watch this, Young Bucks.
Here's LeBron. Count it.
Well, I really like the setup there. Irving with the pick.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
So much D.
Here's Schroeder. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So
Nope.
it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have
Very
to take
dramatic.
a ton of pride in.
Because
I
you,
mean, they
you
battled
guys
with
cheated.
everything they had and came
That's how
through
y'all got the
when
extra
the
point.
pressure
See, y'all
was at its
with that
highest.
fuckery.
And now we'll
Fucking
send it down
lying
to
and
Doris
shit.
Burke, who's standing by.
How the fuck is the end of the game? I get the ball.
They made a great run.
They've been
but you were
fouling me.
able to hold on. How did
And
you
because
do
they
it?
fouled me, they get to shoot a free throw. What type of bullshit is
The
that?
2K Sports post-game show.
Ain't gonna catch me slipping, bitch. Exposing you 2K ass motherfucker, boy, with that foul leg.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan play. LeBron James. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
But the coach
He
is
was
always
dead
putting
on
him
from the
in. I
field
don't
tonight,
get
guys. I'd call his performance.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin
And
Harlan,
Headsay
and the
Mendes,
entire
Mike Drench.
2K
Fuck
Sports
yeah.
crew. Have